You're gonna have to come
Okay, alright, welcome everybody to, well, very old games. Today we're going to start off with Donkey Kong for the Intellivision 1982. Gonna pick one player because I'm just by myself, and level 1 because why not? That's exactly what you were probably thinking when you heard me say Donkey Kong or when you saw Donkey Kong on the screen. It's just little Mario climbing up the ladders, going up, running into barrels. Though, you get the idea. But there's a little more to it than just climbing up the little ladders. If you've played the game before, you probably know what I'm talking about, and that's after you get all the way to the top, and I'll talk about that in a second. So with most games, this game is mostly just timing and knowing what to do. And on to the next level. All you're going to do is go over these little pegs and you're going to pull them out. There are 6 pegs to pull, and you're also trying to avoid being killed by these little, whatever they are, going around the map. So you just got to know where to go and time everything. If you don't time it, you're more than likely going to run into something and get killed. And then after you grab all the pegs, you go into the quote-unquote next level, which is just starting over. That's all I gotta say about that game. Next, we're gonna take a look at Snafu, 1981, same console. Oh, all these are gonna be on the Intellivision. Anyway, select game 1, rounds 2. Now, I liked how the Intellivision was different, like in general. I mean, what you did, you had a number pad on your controller that kind of looked like a little phone, and the whole point, well, if you actually knew what you were doing, you would type the numbers in, or if it came like with a little fancy card, you'd put the card in the controller and then work it out from there. Like this one had one where you select the number, then select enter, select the number again, select enter, which is how the actual controller is anyway. Anyway, the whole point of this game is going around and trying to avoid hitting yourself, hitting a wall, or hitting other people, and also try to keep yourself from getting trapped. And just like last time, timing is everything. If you are too late to hitting the button or hitting the control pad, you'll run into yourself, run into a wall, run into someone else, and you'll end up losing the game. Next, we're going to take a look at Astro Smash, 1981. All it is, there's a little spaceship you play as, and you're shooting little lasers at rockets. Or not rockets, asteroids. You're the rocket shooting the asteroids. I've heard stories from both my mom and my aunt about how my grandma would stay up until like 3 a.m. playing this game with a clothespin on the fire button, and she would just go back and forth. But what she probably didn't know is that there's a button on the pad that says auto fire, where all you do is press it and then you can just go back and forth without having to push it, without needing to push any other button. That's what I did. And after a while, after you hit enough, you'll get to about 1,000 points, and that's just getting past like the first section of the game. Like, you'll see in a second what I'm talking about. But you'll hit 1,000, screen will go blue, and you'll go, not only will you go ×2 on your points, but you will also get another life. But the whole point is to not get hit by an asteroid. Don't let them touch the ground as often, and also there will be these little white things like that that'll come up, and if it hits the ground, doesn't matter if it hits you or not, um, it'll basically blow up. It's like a mine or something, like a big bomb. Yeah, there's really not a lot to say about this game either. Let's see what we got next. Okay. Yeah, that's what happens when you get hit by a rocket or asteroid. Why do I keep saying rocket? I don't know. Anyway, you get the idea. You keep going around. Every 1,000 points, you get another life. I think after you hit like 5,000, maybe, you go to ×5. Anyway, last but not least, we're going to look at Star Strike, 1981, same console. And yes, it's a space game where you're shooting down other spacecrafts. And it's a setup that almost looks like a scene from Star Wars. But all the game is, every once in a while there will be this little orange panel or something, like a little ship that will come up and you have to bomb it. But there will also be these 2 UFOs or whatever coming up right behind you or beside you trying to shoot you down. And just like every other game that I've talked about, timing is everything. If you're too early or too late, you're going to end up missing your target, and you're probably going to get screwed over in the end. Anyway, after a while, you'll start to see the Earth come around the corner. Yes, I know the Earth is pink, but it's apparently either in the past or futuristic, I don't know. But something happened to the water on Earth, because that doesn't look normal. And also, I think there's only one continent shown on this planet right now, and that's looks like North America. Anyway, after a while, the UFOs will start to get a little harder to shoot down. Eventually, you will crash, and you'll be able to see what that looks like. Because I did eventually screw up multiple times. Because eventually you'll just get shot down, and then, hold on, explosion. And then there'll be this little orange UFO that'll come up, blow up the Earth, and just, that's it. You have to actually manually reset everything, and that's all I got.